everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Sherry Turquoise. Today's video we will be talking about outlining, and I will be talking about what is outlining, what you can do with it, and how it works in your writing. So basically outlining is your skeleton. So before you can even write your book, you should have an outline, and that is your skeleton. And that is the start of your book, or if you look at it as a puzzle, that is the beginning of your puzzle as you put it together. Or if you want to look at another route, your skeleton bones. Before you can add the organs, the flesh, the nerves, the layers, you need to start with the skeleton, which is the part of the outline. So basically, outlines could be from a couple of sentences to a couple of paragraphs to a couple of pages. It's entirely up to you on how that outline is. And if you're wondering what I'm looking at my notes here to make sure I'm getting information accurate. So that way I'm not getting them mixed up, because it is quite common for me to get information mixed up with something else. So this way the information stays accurate, and I'm also wording it the way I'm understanding it to you guys. I will also be doing a screenshot video of outlining on my computer. I have done a traditional outlining on a screenshot on my laptop. I will leave a link up in the cards somewhere, but they will be up here. There's also pros and cons to this. That's basically what outline is. It's the skeleton of your book. It can be a couple of pages to a couple of paragraphs, maybe even a couple of sentences with your outline. It can even be major plots. I have an outline in my kitchen with sticky notes. And they're for the horror dark fantasy novel that I am working on right now. The first draft might be done by the time this video goes up. It might be close to being done, I'm not too sure. Anyways, that is a very basic outline, and that's normally what I start off with. I have another notebook with a couple other basic outlines, and I have another notebook. I think it's this one. Yes, I have another. I basically have a couple of basic outlines done in this notebook as well for another series, maybe even a trilogy. But anyways, there's a couple in here, and then for dystopian, science fiction, thriller kind of thing, and then another notebook has a dark fantasy, science fiction basic outline just for the major plots, and then I have a horror dark fantasy and a couple notes on them for basic outlines. So each notebook I own, if I can, has basic outline for specific genres. That's how I do it. And this way, if I decide to take a break from one book, I can go into another outline and do some research into it right away. That's just how my process is. So realistically, I have about maybe 4 to 5 books on the go. But for outline wise, I have probably maybe even 10 books outlined already for basics. So, but each one is a series. I don't know if you guys do that or if you guys recommend it to other people. I don't recommend it because it gets very confusing on what book you are working on. I recommend jotting down the ideas and for that novel or that book if you guys are going to be wanting to write another book, but you are currently writing another one. So let's say you're writing a horror book right now that involves ghosts. all of a sudden you get another idea for another novel that involves witches. So just jot down those ideas down in a notebook or a sticky note or just plain note cards, and just jot down those ideas to see for your next book, for the next outline, and just keep working on. And then once you are done that, go back to your other novel and just continue going forward with that one until you are finished, and then you can go back to your outline that you have written about the witches and go from there. Once you're done completely that first book that you were writing. That's what I recommend, and that's what has been working for me. If it doesn't work for you, it's understandable. Not everything is going to work for every single author, so do what works for you for outlining. So anyways, I'm going to go to the pros and cons of outlining. The pros are it does help you imagine a bigger picture. Like if, let's say you're writing a 5-book series, you have an outline with the biggest picture of the outline, and you just split the conflicts, that major conflict, in 5 books. Each book will have a little bit of their own major conflict, but also the combo of that one big conflict together. And then you'll have the side plots or side conflicts that are not as major as the major conflicts in each book. Each book will end the small conflicts in that book's major conflict, but keep enough plot holes going for the second book. And another thing with outlining, specifically when you're writing a series, it does work as well when you're writing a one-book, book, like a single book, and it will keep your story in track. This helps with both single books, companion books, trilogies, series. I will also do a video on those as well one day. And outline also lets you know what scenes go where. Now some scenes will need to get moved around for some books to make it all work, but normally the outline lets you know what scene goes where. Characters are normally clear as day. Specifically, if it's a character driven, then yes, they are definitely clear as day. But if your book is a plot driven, your characters might not be as clear as day quite yet. They might hit that stage when you're done the first draft, because then you know what your characters are, who they are, what their personalities are. Outlining is also a guide, and it does help lower writer's block. It does not mean it gets rid of it 100%, but it does help to prevent it. If you're a pantser, let me know if you ever gone through writer's block of some sort of form, and what do you guys do to help you guys out? That makes no sense. Let me know if you're a pantser, what you do to help to get yourself out of writer's block. And the saggy middle, as a lot of authors seem to suffer, even I do, I'm not denying it. It helps clarifies the middle, like the saggy middle or the dragon middle, the slow motion. I don't know what else to call it, but the dreaded middle that is always a pain, it seems to be for some authors to write. Now I will be talking about the cons of this outlining. The cons is it can steal the narrative. So basically, if you're writing in first person, present tense point of view, it could steal it and make it sound like you are speaking in maybe third person kind of thing, or it just steals it and the reader can tell that it's not in that perspective of that character, so it kind of drowns it. Another thing that outline can do if you follow it way too closely, like from A to B, C to D kind of thing, it will be predictable and the readers can predict. I know that some authors are very particular with their outline and where they write every single scene and they go into details and then they somehow extend their novel, extend it, and they go by that outline. But for authors that don't do that kind of outline, where they have flexibility, and they follow their outline too closely, and they don't leave enough wiggle room because they can, their books can become predictable and unenjoyable, I guess is the proper word. Or another word would be probably better than what I said earlier, fixed into the novel, so it doesn't sound natural. And you want your readers to think it's natural. Some authors or some novels, I can't think of any on top of my head, will have more telling than showing. And there's that rule, show don't tell. There are some scenes or some situations that you can't avoid that, which is dialogue. You do need dialogue in your books, in your novels. But realistically, you'll want a show don't tell. So you want to show the readers what's happening instead of telling. I will also do a video on that later on. And if you do character-driven stuff, it may not seem natural for the characters. I do have some questions that might help with this, but it might not, depending on you. The first question is, who's the main character of your story? So let's say you're writing a horror story and your main character is, let's say his name is Shadow. So your main character's name is Shadow. He is hunting down ghosts. And what kind of time pressure is working on your character? So basically, if he is hunting down a ghost, I don't know the time pressure exactly with this, but some people want the ghost out of their house within 24-hour gap. So let's say Shadow has a 24-hour gap to get rid of this ghost. So that novel is based on the 24-hour gap that he has to get rid of this ghost from the time he was hired, gets to the house, to 24 hours later to get rid of this ghost. And what's at stake is question number 3. The stakes could be, well, his life, because he's dealing with a ghost, so he could die from this. Or another stake would be the people that have hired him to deal with this ghost can give him a really bad review online, or where other people see the reviews and they can easily spread word that, hey, this Shadow person, don't hire him to get rid of your ghosts because he cannot get rid of ours. Don't hire him. So he could either lose his life because fighting this demon or ghost, or he could lose employment because he cannot get rid of this ghost. So those are some of the questions to ask you. Ask yourself to see if that will help with your character-driven or plot-driven, just your outline in general. Again, I will be doing a computer screen recording of this to help the visual learners with this. And thank you for watching. Click that like button if you like these videos. Subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscription button, and click the bell icon if you have already. Click the bell icon to get notified of all my posts. I post once a week, and I do post live streams once a week as well, and then I post extra videos, bonus videos every once in a while. So click that bell icon to get notified of all my posts. And follow me on Tumblr, Instagram, or Twitter. Leave a comment down below what else you'd like me to post or learn. Or you can message me on Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram. Anyways, thank you for watching and stay tuned to the next video. And remember, stay true to yourself and stay unique. Bye.